Now, the hotel had this relatively old vibe. Like, I feel that it was a bit dated. The furniture, I mean, it was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was nice. It was like an actual legit. It had 2 rooms, I think. Yeah, we had 2 rooms, and there was a balcony. And you're not allowed to open the balcony. There's a sign which says balconies cannot be opened. I think somebody committed suicide or something like that. I'm serious.
Okay, yeah.
I think I found out somehow. So we were not allowed to open. And then I realized we were next to a graveyard. Okay, we were next to a graveyard. I didn't know this either, because when I checked in, my friend was like, "Itu di sebelah kuburan, tahu nggak?" I was like, "Oh really?" I was like, they were saying it's right next to a cemetery. I said, "Oh okay." So I already mentioned the name of the hotel earlier.
Sure.
So then we're like, okay. So we hung out for a bit. I went to the master bedroom and then checked out the room. And then, because I arrived very early in the afternoon, I think. So I managed to take a nap, rested and everything. Okay. Then it was like, we were just wondering what was the issue. It's like, why did it take them so long to let me in? And then my friend was like, yeah, it's really strange. So we kind of sat in front of the TV. There was a living room right outside. Okay, so this is part 1, which happened to me. Because like I said, I've never experienced anything spooky. I've heard stories. My mom has experienced stuff when she was a kid in a kampong, but I've never experienced anything really spooky. So while we were sitting down, this was with the door locked and everything. And as you know, to enter the door, you've got to use a key card. Okay, so we were watching TV. This was maybe around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I think it was around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, but Jakarta time, yeah, something like that. So anyway, we're watching TV, and while we were watching, the doorknob literally went down. Like somebody was opening the door from outside, pushing the doorknob down, and it was one of those long knobs, that steel knob. So, and the only way for a person to come in is, of course, if they have a key card.
Correct.
So we were about to get really angry with whoever's going to open the door. Like, if it was somebody from the hotel, they would press the doorbell or something. They did not.
Of course.
So then we saw, while we were sitting watching the TV, just right next to me, the door, and I saw the doorknob going down. And they were like, okay, so we're waiting, who's going to open the door, and we're going to yell at this person. And the doorknob just opened, and there was nobody there. That's part 1. Like I said, we've locked the door. The door needs a key card. So that's why I said, we were like, huh? And then literally we saw the doorknob going down. You know how people always say, oh, it's just the wind. Okay, fine. I could still go with that kind of logic, actually. But the wind can't blow a doorknob down and open the door. So then the door opened and there was nobody there. But literally, because we just went in, the key card was there, and we didn't hear anyone, we didn't hear any steps, but and the door opened. And both of us got up, my friend, his name's Aaron, by the way. So we're like, oh, okay. And then we looked out, there's no one. I said, who opened the door? I was like, I don't know. It's kind of strange. Okay, now I've got goosebumps just saying this. So I was like, okay. So we're like, okay, never mind. So we just closed the door. Alright, so fine, that was done. And much later, my friend Putri calls. She said, hey guys, have you had dinner? I said, haven't. So she was supposed to join us. So then when you arrive, just tell them to bring you up, then we'll open the door, like what you guys did for me. Okay, so she brought some food. We told her to buy some food. I said, whatever. So she came over. Then we had food. So we were eating over dinner, and then there was a leaky tap. Suddenly water started dripping from the tap. Now again, I do not consider that anything supernatural or paranormal, because sometimes it happens where, for some reason taps just drip or whatever. But this was a rather large amount of water, but whatever. So we turned it off and like, okay. And then we were chit-chatting, and while we were chit-chatting, the aircon, I think the aircon kept switching on and switching off, if I'm not mistaken. It kept switching on and switching off. We had the aircon on. At first it turned on, then it turned off, then it turned off. So okay, what? And then I said, we were speaking in Indonesian, and I was telling them, oh, there's something wrong with the aircon. I said, yeah, kayaknya harus dibenarin. They said, we should repair it. I was like, yeah, maybe we should call. So we discussed, the three of us. I said, yeah, maybe we should call maintenance or housekeeping, whatever, to come over and clean. Yeah, you're right, we should. Okay, so while this is going on, I went to the master bedroom to perform my prayers. Not Salat Isha, so I wanted to pray. And I think as I was about to pray, then somebody pressed the doorbell. Ding dong! Somebody pressed the doorbell. So the maintenance guy came in with a ladder. And he was like, oh, tadi ada yang telefon yang mau benerin AC. He's like, somebody wants to report the aircon, right? Somebody called. And then my friend Aaron just said, oh, yeah, come in. So he came in while the guy was fixing the aircon. He had a chat with the dude and everything, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So the aircon was fixed, and then they went down, and then the guy went left. I said, thank you. So as I was done praying, I was sleepy. I wanted to sleep. Now, my friends Aaron and Putri, they smoke. Since the balcony could not be open, they wanted to go down. Okay? But as I think, I can't remember whether it was before I finished my prayers, Aaron suddenly ran in my room. I was like, what's going on? I swear I saw like something just pass by the balcony. I was like, nah, you're kidding me. I said, that can't be. No, I'm not joking. I won't be running into the room if I didn't see anything. He said that. So he thought he saw something just pass by the balcony. And we were on the 20-something floor.
Oh
okay?
my God.
So whatever, I didn't see that. Whatever it is, I didn't see that.
Sure.
I saw for real the door open. That I will never forget. The door opened on its own. And there was no one there. And then, like I said, the wind can't blow the knob down. So yeah, key card, whatever. So, okay, so I went to the room. And then he ran over, and then Putri was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I was like, I don't know. Aaron said he saw something. And then Aaron said he saw something at the balcony. I said, no, you're just seeing things. Okay, whatever it is, we want to go down and smoke because you can't smoke up here. So it's like, okay. So I was like, Abang Shah, will you be okay if you're alone? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I said, I'm okay. You guys just go down. So they closed all the doors. I was in the master bedroom. They closed the master bedroom door. They closed all the doors in the apartment, actually. And then they went down for a smoke.
Okay.
So I slept. And then they came up later, and then I saw them coming in, and I was like, hey, did you get up? And they were asking me, did you get up just now while we were downstairs smoking? I said, no, I told you I was in the room. I was sleeping. I was just chilling in the room. Well, because I really did realize I saw him coming in, and I was like, because before we left, we closed all the doors. Now when we're up here, all the doors are open.
Wow.
So they asked whether I opened the doors, and I said, no, I did not. I really did not.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, okay, this is getting funny. And then
This is getting funny.
and then I was like, okay, never mind, just ignore this. Okay, so from the tap to whatever they saw at the balcony, I mean, the only thing I'm not over is seeing the doorknob. For me, that was my closest thing to a spook, like something just opened the door with, okay, so fine. So that was that, and then we went to sleep, but we felt a bit uneasy, I suppose, and then knowing that the graveyard is right next, okay? So I was like, okay. So the next morning, as we wanted to go for breakfast, Putri, my friend, was still asleep. She didn't go for breakfast, so I went down. But the night before, we kept hearing, I think the unit next door, like constantly moving furniture. Like somebody was constantly moving furniture, like pushing their tables or chairs, whatever, I don't know. But we heard it. They was like, hey, did you hear last night? Like, yeah, like somebody was constantly pushing tables and chairs. And this is much later, like I think 10 years later, I read this somewhere. They say usually when they want to make themselves present or they want to make themselves known, that's what they usually do. They play with tables and chairs. They, as in, you know who I'm referring to. So, and then Putri was like, yeah, dengar nggak tadi malam kayak ada orang dorong-dorong meja, kursi? I was like, I did, but I mean, this is a hotel. Maybe there are other people. I said, well, yesterday when you said you opened the door, there was no one there. And now next door, it sounds like there's someone there. So, okay, fine. So, whatever. So, the next morning, we were talking. So, we went for breakfast downstairs. Putri stayed up. And when we came back to the apartment, we were like, spooky, this place. I said, yeah, it's so spooky. I said, like, come to think of it, I feel I've never experienced like this. Thank God it's just a one-night stay, because after that, we're moving over to a different hotel. And I said, and you know what? The aircon, how's the aircon? Yeah, airconnya now working. Tapi tadi mati lagi, but I think it's okay. It's maybe we pressed the wrong button. So we were all saying, yeah. I said, yeah, thank God you guys called. And then everybody stopped. Everybody just stopped. Putri and Aaron stopped when I said that. When I said, yeah, untung kalian telefon ya, because we were discussing it last night. I think we should call maintenance. Then I went to pray. And then they just looked at me. No, what do you mean? Kak Shah bilang apa? I said, no. I said, yeah, thank God you guys called. And they were like, no, we thought you called. So they thought I called the maintenance guy to come up.
What?
And then I thought they called the maintenance guy to come up. We just discussed it randomly at the table. Oh, kayaknya kita harus telefon someone, that we should call someone. Yeah, benar, we should call someone. So, but the guy who came and pressed the doorbell, the maintenance guy, said, tadi ada, and the guy didn't even call. He just pressed the doorbell. He said, tadi ada yang telefon ya. Somebody called just now, is it, to repair the aircon? And we looked at each other. I said, no, I thought you called. And then she said, no, I thought you called. And then we looked at Aaron. Aaron's like, no, we're not joking. They were like, Kasha, we're not playing. We're not main. This is for real. Did you call? I said, no, I didn't remember. We talked about it at the table while we were eating. And then I went to pray. And as I was about to pray or something, then the guy pressed the doorbell. I thought within that whatever minute, you guys did a call or something. It was a good 5 or 10 minutes or maybe more. I can't remember. So everybody thought somebody called. But this dude who came, this old man who came, and he was old. The guy the maintenance guy, he was not your average young dude. He was, I guess, he had white hair. He was slightly older.
Wow.
I can tell that. I remember. He was slightly older. And he had a nice chat with my friend. So he said, oh no, tadi ada yang telefon. We'll never forget that his words were when he pressed the doorbell. Yes. Oh, tadi ada yang telefon yang mau benerin AC. Yeah. It's okay. So come in. So he insists that somebody called maintenance to come up and repair the aircon. Now, all three said, no, we didn't call. So we want to know who did. So then Putri said, yeah, and it's funny that Nyong said, my friend Aaron, we call him Nyong, says Aaron said he saw somebody pass by the balcony, and then when you went to sleep, we came up after smoking, the doors were open, Well, I said, well, I really don't remember, but yes, when you guys walked in, I just saw, hey, the door is open. But one thing I said we'll never say no to is what I actually saw, the door actually opening by itself and the knob opening, and there was no one there. In a split second, it is impossible anyone could run away. Even if anyone did, I'd be able to see somebody running,
like
after
a
opening
shadow
the door.
or something.
Yes.